Alright guys, hello, my name is Jeremy, student number s00250742. So I will be completing scenario 12 and I'll read that out for you right now. So, at the start of the semester you booked a guest speaker for your year 9 class. The plan was for this person to visit your class during a double period and speak with the students and then conduct a practical workshop with them. The students have been looking forward with great excitement and anticipation to guest speakers' visit, and it's been the main source of motivation for many students in the class. As you and your class wait for the guest to arrive, a message is relayed to you from the school office that alerts you to the fact that the guest speaker has cancelled at the last minute. The students are devastated, at least one is close to tears, and there are angry murmurs from others. Jack, a student in the front row, stands up, slams his hand on the desk and yells, "This is not fair." So that is scenario for number 12. And I plan to address 3 things, which will be addressing the student that slams his hand on the desk, which is Jack. Also be addressing the issue of why it has been cancelled. And lastly, I'll be addressing what to do for the double period, so the students have something to do. So firstly, I want to address this student that slams his hand on the desk, which is named Jack. So judging by this behavior, I would have assumed that this student has had some issues with the teachers before. So I would de-escalate the situation by removing the student that stood up and slammed his hand on the desk, so Jack. And like I said before, this could be a student that has had some issues with teachers, so there's probably a strategy in place for this student already. So they might know how to handle the situation already with this student. So, but it would be best to remove the student and just de-escalate him from this situation before he makes things worse for the class. Secondly, I want to address the issue of why it has been cancelled. So for something like this to happen last minute, it must have been like an emergency for some reason, and especially since I only got the message just prior to them arriving, it would have been very serious, right? So I would sincerely and honestly apologize to the students' behalf of the organization and let them know what happened. That's if we know what happened. Let the student know that it was out of control, so we couldn't do anything about this. Obviously, and if we did, we could have made the proper arrangements. And we'll be trying our best as teachers to arrange another time to conduct this workshop. Especially if the company has cancelled, it's possible it was an emergency of some sort and they would have organised to come back another day to do the workshop. So that's what I would do with addressing the issue of why it's been cancelled. So being honest with the students, being open, upfront with them, will give them an understanding of what has happened, and hopefully they are understanding of the situation. And lastly is addressing what to do for the double period. So kids were crying, some are upset. One student, Jack, has obviously said it's not fair and slammed his hand on the table. But what else we can do is nothing really, because we can only do what we can do. So basically, like I said, if another teacher possibly can address the issue or is capable of covering the topic, they can potentially step up and do that if they are willing. If no one is available to go back to us, if no one's available, we'll probably have to go back to assigned timetable classes. Possibly, this is a big possibility, if the company has given us brochures or like a PowerPoint or anything, any information about the workshop, we can maybe unpack that in the double period. So that way the students get an understanding of what they will be learning, and when the guest speaker comes back at a later date, they'll be able to be more informed about the issue at hand. So we're not completely doing some back to normal classes, but we will be doing unpacking this information if we have the information, and otherwise we'll have to go back to class and go back to normal work, which is not ideal, but it is what is left for us to do. Alright, thank you. Bye.